Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. So I've got this little tiny reservoir that I'm going to actually put some paint into. The tools I'm going to use right here. And I'm looking for a little tiny, I can use that scoop. I can use this scoop, and I have a really small scoop, and I thought I grabbed it, but it must be in the house. That's probably what's going on. So I'll probably just wind up using these. And so first I'm going to take some colors that I like, and the better the colors, the more, the more you like the colors you're using, the better your result will be. We're not trying to mix any colors, we're trying to lay them down next to each other. I could just fill that whole thing with this color, but I'd like to save some of it. And this is a good experiment on a really small canvas, and what I wanted to show you guys was usually with my little kitchen scoop, just the front edge of something. And none of these are open. I'm not sure I shook that. So I do shake all my bottles, and there's a marble in each of them, and my paint pouring recipe is still underneath the video. And if you need any information, feel free to ask me. I'll be happy to answer you. So my idea is if I use nice bright colors and I dip a tool into them, then I will get nice bright colors on my tool and be able to stamp onto my canvas with that. And I didn't really spend a whole lot of time deciding ahead of time what that process was going to look like. But being that the colors are going to be right in front of me, what that really means is I can choose where I might want to stick my tool in. That sounded so bad. I'm so sorry. I really meant nothing bad about that. Alright, so I've got some beautiful colors, and I really like them a lot. And I'm going to grab some Anita's White Pearl, which never hurts my feelings. And you never know, at any stage, at any given stage of any particular painting that I'm at, no matter what I've done beforehand, there's a really good chance that I'm going to do something entirely different and off the wall. So you should watch more of the video. So I'm liking all that, and I'm thinking about whether I should put any black in there. And I'm really not sure about the black, but I'm thinking that the gold would be a good idea. And I'm going to have to use these colors on something else, because obviously I've done way overkill for what I'm about to work on. That's some minty green color shift from Folk-art. The other green is a green gold from Folk-art. The yellow could be anybody's yellow. A lot of my colors wind up being Anita's because they're really inexpensive and they're really good color saturated. They're just convenient, and they take the golden iridescent pearl fine product that I add into colors when I want them to become iridescent. They take them very well. Okay, so now I do have some black gloss enamel. I also have some pink gloss enamel, and every time I put a little bit of enamel into something, it really means that it becomes a catalyst. And I'm just going to dribble that in, but it seems like a little bit goes a very long way to changing things, and I don't want that regular right now. So I want to do what I usually do and have a little bit of an experiment while I spread my paint, and I'm going to grab my OXO omelet turning spatula, available on the Amazon link. The first blue link below, show more. And this time, that's the Anita's White Metallic, and I really think that I'm going to have to make some more of that up pretty quick. I never put any gold in there, and the only gold I have handy right now is this tri-tip bottle, which I will be using again, and these are available on the Amazon link as well. So I just put a little dab in there, and I'm going to get that out of my way so I can rotate my turntable. Well, I could if that weren't right there. Anyway, so I like to have a background behind whatever shovel applied paint I'm using, and I like seeing the cells. There might be quite a bit more paint there than I actually need, but you can see the cells I'm talking about. And that's the combination of most any black and white paint. And the application with the spatula, the silicone spatula, really doesn't hurt. I also have Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. There's like 7 of those. 6 of them are really useful. The last one I'm going to have to figure out someday. I really haven't done it yet. Okay, so I'm going to scrape off this because I hate wasting paint. I don't know if you're new here or not, but I had 86,400 subscribers on my other channel, and there was a interesting effect in the system. That's a first. I just stuck my fingers in my paint. Okay. Well, I'm going over there. So I'm going to take, this was the top to a Sharpie container. And I cut down the edges, and that's all it is. It could be just some little kitchen scoop. It could be pretty much anything. I'm going to try and grab colors I like and do similar things to things I did recently, so I can prove to you guys that you can do this. Except for that. I keep leaving that container. I do like to scrape off my bottom of whatever tool I'm using. And I have never tried to go this small before. But it's going to be an interesting experiment. And there's no perfection, obviously. Especially not with a little tiny tool, because I'm not used to it. So you put it down and you lift it up and you choose your course. You can do little flowers with this, make the petals. I'm just going to try and go around in a spiral. I might use a different tool just because I can. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put marks in. I have no idea if this is going to work, but it's worth a try. I used to do quite a few shovel pours in a very, let's call it scapey, fantasy type deal. These scoops are better when they're folded up on the back and taped. That's my opinion anyway. It's going to be fun, even if it's weird, and it may not work, but I have some faith in myself that if I just keep going, even if I'm not thinking about it too much, something good will come of it. I also have chain if I really wanted to. That has got to stop. I'm inclined to think I'm probably going to wind up just pouring a lot of stuff out. That container. You can overlap things. This is going to, you watch, this is going to take me the same amount of time it would for anything. And there's a turning point where it goes from, I don't know what this is all about, to, ooh, I kind of like those colors. And we're hoping that we get there. The shapes are not important. It might take a few practice runs to get what you want, or what you really, really want. You might want to do this enough so you figure out you like the colors here, but you want some different colors somewhere else. And I can put an entire ribbon and just let that paint flow out. I have other tools, little tiny scoops, and I'm kind of wanting one. I'm liking the fact that it's not turning too muddy. I'm not really thinking too much about my design, and I gotta tell you what, I don't know that overthinking things actually works for me. Sometimes it's nice to have a plan in advance, but this is not that kind of artwork. This is definitely unplanned and just for fun, accidental artwork. And you can also take what's dripping off the corner of whatever your tool is and fill in. I've got some white, which might make something. Whoop, I got a new drop. And you don't need to worry that things aren't going the way you want them to, because you're not done until you're done, and I'm not done till I'm done. And even when you think you might be done and undone, then you can always go back again tomorrow and use what dried overnight or the next day and do something cool with it. Also, there's no rule that says you can't do a couple other things or any other things. You can certainly dot things by dipping the dull end of a skewer in. Sometimes they'll show, sometimes they won't. I've got another little circle in there like I did the last time I did one of these. And I'm going to spiral that right out because I can. Hey, that's the name of my first book on my Amazon link, under Show More, under the video. There is nothing to say that I can't make some drag marks. I have got spatulas. Excuse me. I've got basting brushes. I don't know. I think basting brush and I say spatula. I'm not sure why that happens. Senior moments and brain cramps. So I like the way that looks. That's pretty cool. It's basically a mosaic with paint. And there's nothing you can't try if you're inspired to do so. And as long as the background is wet, then you can meld paint with other paint. I have chain, but this is really kind of a little small for chain. But I can drag whatever colors I see. Because as long as there's a heavy layer of paint in the background, then I'm still going to be able to drag marks, and the paint will fill in. Because I use Floetrol, which reminds me, my paint pouring recipe is under the video, and I do sell my artwork. And I'm probably just going to keep using whatever I find in my little pan to fill in with some dots, because I said it was like a mosaic, so why shouldn't I just have some fun like it's a mosaic? So, I don't just sell my artwork, I give classes at the house in Spring Hill, so we will all be waiting for this pandemic thing that's going on right at the moment currently to be over and get back together again and have some fun. So I like those little adjusted shapes. The question is whether I want to do them anywhere else. And I guess the answer is yes. Just dragging through, and I'm going to find a way to adjust my turntable so it stops slamming into things. If there's anything I can do for you, please ask. And look for my books on the Amazon link, because I can, and unlimited possibilities. And I think I am just about done with this. I don't see any place that I need, and it's just basically, it's just basic fun. Just fun and funky, and I didn't spend an overabundance of time thinking about where things were going. And I should probably stop playing soon. But I'm having too much fun doing it, and I don't think it's going to hurt anything. I'm going to fix my edges, and then I'll be done with this. I'm going to torch to release the bubbles caught in the paint. Because every time you shake your bottles, you add air in. Careful with your torch. Leave it well above the picture. You're just trying to release the caught air bubbles. I love you guys. I will see you anon. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida. So this was fun. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. And my email address is under the video. Look for Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter links also. And I will see you anon. Bye for now. Don't forget to watch the videos longer. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the compliments that keep my morale boosted. Thank you for the donations that help keep me painting. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you watch longer, or watch some of the commercials, or make a comment, Those things are all super helpful to me. My creative playlists are on my YouTube channel. And if you go to my YouTube channel banner, you'll find the PayPal icon. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links on my link tree. My community board will show you tomorrow's videos. If you have questions or you want the paint pouring recipe, ask me questions. It will. The paint pouring recipe is below Show More. When you click Show More, you're going to find my email address. Thank you for everything. Shop my Amazon link, please. You can buy anything you want from there. And my 2 books are there, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, Volumes 1 and 2. Thank you again for being here. I love you guys dearly. You inspire the heck out of me. Bye for now. Priscilla out.